We're delighted to welcome you for this half-day session about Sage. Just 2 months ago, Paul Harrison and I were announcing our year-end results to you. At that time, I first introduced myself to you, but we really announced two things. One was changes in the executive committee organization, which I'll come back in a minute. And we also stated what our 4 priorities would be going forward. And we're going to spend more time on this, of course, today. So just to remind you the change to the executive committee, there were of two sorts. One was structural. We decided first to create 2 new regions within Europe, Northern Europe and Southern Europe, really to replace the former UK and mainland Europe regions to have a more balanced organization. And I'm pleased to say that we are now reporting the business according to this new organization. We have done pro forma statements for FY10 according to that new organization. These will be available, or are available, I'm told, on our websites, which will help you when you want to compare going forward how we did the year before. The other structural change that we announced 2 months ago was that the M&A function was migrating to Paul Harrison from David Clayton within the executive team, and that David Clayton was embarking onto a new role, which we've called corporate development. He'll talk to you a bit more about that, in addition to his strategy and business planning role. The second changes we announced to the executive committee were some individuals changing roles. Paul Stobart, who headed up our UK business, is now the CEO for Northern Europe region. Alvaro Ramirez, who was our head of Sage Spain, is now heading the Southern Europe region. Both of them took their new functions on the 1st of January. Pascal Houillon has now relocated to the US. He will take over from Sue Swenson, who is retiring. He will take over from her in the coming month. In the meantime, as part of his induction program, he's running the Sage Business Software Division in North America. We are pleased to report that these changes have been implemented smoothly, and they've been well received internally. So back 2 months ago, we outlined our 4 priorities for the business. Improving organic revenue growth, driving margins in the medium term, and we're going to go back to that, leveraging the web, re-engaging in M&A. Today, we intend to go beyond the outline I gave you 2 months ago. And to start with, David Clayton and Paul Harrison together in a joint presentation will cover some of the growth drivers we have in our business. And they will also explain how we are changing Sage to prepare for these drivers. We'll spend a fair amount of time looking how Sage intends to leverage the web. And of course, that is about growth as well, so of growing, improving organic growth. So we'll have 4 colleagues presenting to you this afternoon on the web. Himanshu, who heads up our product and marketing strategy in North America, assisted by Larry, who heads up our CRM application in North America. We'll have Joe Ray, who heads our product and strategy efforts in Sage UK. And we'll have, in that session, Santiago Solanas, who runs Sage Spain. So organic growth will be covered, leveraging the web, Now on margins, we stated that in FY11 we were going to keep margins where they have been in FY10 to further invest in the business. So what we're going to do later in the afternoon is to cover those areas where we want to invest. The web was one. Second one is to bring our healthcare business back to growth. That will be presented by Betty, who runs the Sage Healthcare division in North America. We'll then discuss about investing in our upper mid-market Sage ERPX3 business. That will be presented by Christophe, who runs the Sage ERPX3 worldwide effort for Sage. And then we'll finish by covering our investment in the payments business, and that will be described to you by Simon Black, who runs our Sage Online business in the UK and soon to be in Europe. So back to our 4 priorities: organic growth, margins, the web. Finally, concerning M&A, Paul Harrison at the end will address briefly our M&A strategy. So we have chosen today people from within Sage who can best describe our efforts, our investment. In addition, we have in the room today, in the back, Klaus-Michael Vogelberg, who is the Chief Technical Officer of Sage, member of the Executive Committee, and Paul Stobart, whom many of you will know, as I said before, runs Northern Europe for Sage. So, without further ado, I would like now to turn over to David Clayton. Thank you.